Hey Tech Math, here are your notes for 8.3. Last video and last week we talked about discounts. That is where you take the original amount of money minus a portion of money that you will save to result in the final retail price. In this video we're going to be talking about markup. And markup is the amount of money added to the product's cost so that the seller will make enough money to not only cover their expenses in creating the product, but also to generate profit. So our formula for this is going to look like the cost of the product plus the markup, however much that is in dollars, to equal the final retail price. So let's look at an example of this. An electronics repair store marks up all major components by 20%. Find the retail price of an IC chip that costs $15. Well, our original formula, if we follow it to a T, is going to be $15 plus 20% to equal our retail. Except we can't add dollars and percentages. So we actually have to start by finding our percentage in dollars. We do that by finding 20% of 15. We say 15 times 20% to get $3. We then can rewrite our formula as the cost of the product, which is $15, plus the markup in dollars in units to equal 18, our final price. Let's see that again. This one's a little bit more challenging though. A store buys salt blocks in lots of 6. So essentially there are 6 blocks in a lot. If the store buys one lot for $6.30, how much should they sell one block for if the markup rate is 30%? Well, we have to start out by finding how much one block is worth. If you get $6.30 for 6, then one block is going to be $6.30 divided by 6. Let's do that real quick. $6.30 divided by 6 means each block is $1.05. But we need to have a markup rate of 30%. So our formula says that we need $1.05 times a markup rate of, I guess I'll just put it in percentages here, 30% to equal our retail. But we can't add dollars and percents. So what we have to do is say 105 times 30%. This should be a plus. I just realized that's wrong. My apologies. 30% of 105 is going to be 31, we'll round it up to 32 cents. So if I go back to my original formula, I'm going to say the original price, 105, plus my 30% markup of 32 cents, is going to equal my final price of $1.37. All right, we got 2 more here. So a pet store can buy Siberian Husky puppies from a breeder for $125. The store then sells the dogs for $400. What is the store's markup? So this one, we actually have to work backwards. We know that our original cost is $125 plus some markup that we don't know equals $400. How do we find our markup? Well, we have to solve for our unknown percentage. We're going to do this by subtracting the 125 over. But that isn't going to actually give us the percentage. What we have to do instead to solve for the percentage is we have to divide our answer, 400 minus 125, 275. This is the markup in dollars. So how do we find the markup amount in percentages? Well, we have to divide the 275 by the original amount. We have to see by what percent it increased. So when we do 275 divided by 125, our answer in the calculator is 2.2. But this isn't our percentage quite yet. Remember, this is in a decimal. So to get it to a percentage, I have to move my decimal 2 places to the right. When I do this, I find that I have a markup of 220%, over 2.2 times as much. That one was a little trickier. Let's see if we can do a different markup. If a calculator costs a store $12.50 and it is sold for $16.50, what is the percent markup? Well, what did we do last time? Let's pick apart the last problem. We found the difference of new and original. We then divided it by the original. That's what we did here. This is the difference from 125 up to 400, and then we divided it by that original amount. So if you like to think about things in terms of formulas, this is a good formula for you. New minus original over original. When I do that with this problem, let's see that it works. We find the difference, 1650 minus 1250, divided by 1250, and we find that our markup, when we put it in the calculator, is going to equal 0.32. When we put that into a decimal, we see that it's about a 32%, or a third of the original price markup. All right, there's your notes for 8.3. Let me know if you have any questions.